Assalamualaikum, my name is Tian Wisnu Nazira binti Farid Hidayat. Now I will do the overall reflection about the activity that I've done in PEC subject. So in the first and second week, which is ice-breaking session in online platform or Zoom, we need to introduce ourselves by mentioning our name and cars, our hometown and our hobbies. So I realized that ice-breaking activity can make a conductive session with all students. This is because I think the class will not be able to run smoothly and full of fun if the condition is not conductive. Besides, from this session, I able to increase the solidarity between the classmates since I can get to know each other. And most importantly, doing an ice-breaking activity can train my concentration. With concentration, then I can understand and participate in all activities in the class. In week 3, Group 1 had prepared an interesting games. The first game is Heads Up. In this game, we need to sit in group and choose one person to hold a phone and show the teammate the words. The other teammate will need to do some act to make sure that the one that holding the phone can get the clue and answer what is the words on the heads. So from this week activity, I had learned that teamwork brings people together and motivates them to rely on one another to get things done. Teamwork also makes progress easier and allows the group to overcome obstacles that will have stymied an individual. I knew that the quality I expect from my activity may be not too much for one person to handle, but with teamwork, I learned that I get the best that everyone has to offer. As a result, that equals higher quality on a more consistent basis because I am not relying on only one person. In week 4, Group 2 had prepared 2 games in this activity. So the game will need to be played in a team or in group. So the game name is Guess the Song. In this game, we need to hear the instrumental song and we need to discuss with each other and guess the song titles. In second games, which is Chinese Whisper, we need to merge 2 groups into one big group. So we need to form a straight line and facing others back. Then the instructor will give information to the person at the back. Then the person need to pass the information by tapping other person's back and shows the drawing. And lastly, the last person needs to show everyone on her drawing or his drawing and what is the answer. So the activities had taught to develop new ideas for me, where teamwork among a diverse group of people will almost always reveal new and fresh ideas. And those new ideas are invaluable in today's competitive environment. So the differing ages, backgrounds, skill sets, and experience level of a team members means that there is a unique perspective to be heard. So when I create a space where individuals can work together as a team without the fear of criticism, new ideas and perspective will start to flow. In week 5, Group 3 had prepared a games named Riddle and Mannequin Challenge. In the first game, we need to answer the riddle in the apps on the mobile phone. And in the second game, we need to dance when hear the song and need to freeze when the song is stopped. In this activity, I learned on how to keep concentrated when doing some words or activity to make it done fast or get a better result. So concentration is very important, where it can help me to memorize things easily. Concentration also will allows me to better use my resources and approach problems more efficiently. So when I am concentrating, it is less likely that I will miss an important information. So staying focused will help me memorize things more easily. During week 6, Group 4 had prepared an online game in Zoom platform which is Guess the Character of Marvel and Disney. In this game, the instructor will show a picture and we need to guess the name of the character. In this activity, I had learned that having a healthy competition is more beneficial for me. Teamwork in group also creates a healthy sense of competition amongst teammates. This is not the type of competition that generates antagonism and bad feelings. Instead, it's the type of competition that inspires me to do the best work all the time, to overcome obstacles, reach out for more responsibility, and push my skills to the next level. I can say that this healthy competition, along with a strong sense of team by providing the right challenges and reward to a group, that will show signs to pulling together to get the job done right. From week 7 session, Group 5 had prepared a game which is we need to guess the answer that Group 5 had shown the clue. So we need to shout the answer and tell what is the meaning of the answer. So in this activity, I had become more confident whether I am talking in a team or presenting in front of an audience. I have to speak in public from time to time. I can do this well or we can do this badly, and the outcome strongly affects the way that people think about us. This is why public speaking causes so much anxiety and concern of myself. So the good news is that with throughout preparation and practice, I can overcome my nervousness and perform exceptionally well. In week 8, Group 6 had prepared a game which will need to make a rope using a paper with one hand and doing it in groups. So in this activity, I had improved my creative thinking skills. Creative thinking skills is a skill which lets me to consider things from a fresh perspective and different angles. It's an inventive thought process which results in surprising conclusions and new ways of doing things. Creative thinking can be helped by brainstorming or lateral thinking to generate the idea. For week 9 activity, Group 7 had prepared a game which we need to act the animal given and one person from the group need to be a guesser. So in this activity, I had improved my critical thinking skill. Well, critical thinking is the ability to think clearly and rationally and understanding the logical connection between the ideas. Critical thinking might be described as the ability to engage in reflective and independent thinking. In essence, critical thinking requires me to use my ability to reason. It is about being an active learner rather than a passive recipient of information. I had learned to identify, analyze, and solve problems systematically rather than by intuition or instinct. So, during week 10, Group 8 had prepared a game which we need to listen for the alphabet and need to write down the city, food, animals, colors, words from the alphabet given. So the activity had improved my public speaking skills where I learned fine-tuning verbal and non-verbal skills. Having the opportunity to actively practice communication skills and receive professional feedback will help me become a better overall communicator. Besides that, I also learned about new words and new vocabulary that I can increase my knowledge and I can use in the future of the vocab that I have learned that I've just learned in this activity. During week 11, we need to do a discussion with our team members about the major project which we need to make a TV shows on the current issues in Malaysia. Since we are from Faculty of Science, so we choose mental health issues as our main topic for the TV shows. In this session, I learned about teamwork among the team members. So by having the teamwork, the way thinking in a group will influences creativity. This is due to different perspectives that is given from each other and having a combination of the ideas. And the last week is week 12, which we need to do another discussion with our team members about the assignment that has been given to our group. By participating in this project, I can develop my communication and collaboration skills. By that, team members tend to stick together outside of collaborative settings, which means that we can support one another in challenging settings. And from this discussion also, I also learned on how to respectfully and confidently to express my ideas and opinions effectively in a group work. So this makes me recognize that speaking is not the same as talking. So speaking is about understanding on how to communicate with an audience and other people. So to conclude all, I think that PEC subject is very helpful to make me as a confident person to communicate and talking with new people, since I am an introvert person and a shy person. Thus, I had learned a lot of values in the class. Thank you.